After becoming the youngest player to ever qualify for a PGA Tour card, Ty Tryon was tipped to be the next best thing. But after a huge media presence, that dream fizzled out. So what happened to Ty Tryon? Born June 2nd, 1984, William Augustus Tryon IV was raised in Raleigh, North Carolina. He was given the nickname Ty after his father was a big fan of Caddyshack character Ty Webb. Like all superstars, Ty started golf very young. After impressing his dad at such a young age, he began sending videos of his son's swing to professional golf coach David Ledbetter. To precede their son's dream, at just age 9 they moved to Florida so he could join Ledbetter's teaching academy. In the rightful hands of one of the best golf coaches to ever live, Ty's progression accelerated at an ungodly rate and won basically everything there was to win at junior level. After having no challenge as a kid, Ty decided to turn professional in 2001 at the age of 16. This caused some controversy as typically American golfers attend college before turning pro. As an amateur in 2001, he made the cut at the PGA Tour's Honda Classic, making him at the time the third youngest player to ever to make the cut in a PGA Tour event. Seeing that he could do it with the big boys, Ty headed to Q School to get his card, something nobody thought was possible at such a young age. After succeeding in all 4 stages, Ty came tied 23rd and successfully earned his card for the 2002 season. With all the hype and fresh young skin for companies to sink their teeth into, Ty was bombarded with sponsorship deals, but eventually signed deals with Callaway and Target for a combined total of $5 million. After securing his card and money now no issue, Ty could solely concentrate on his golf. With the world watching, everybody tuned in to see this widely talked about athlete. Unfortunately for them, they didn't really get to see much of him, as he missed the cut in his first 4 starts on the PGA Tour. Being still so young, Ty took 6 months off after catching EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, typically found in teenagers. Again, after returning, people were excited, but he still only competed in 2 events and only making the cut in 1. After worrying what was in store for his future, Ty didn't know where he was going to be playing his golf next year. Thankfully, the PGA gave him a medical exemption in 2003, as he missed most of the season. Given this second chance, many expected this was the time they would see the much talked about next best thing. After all, he was still just a kid, but still Ty just couldn't find any rhythm. He finished the year with 1 top 10 and only made 4 cuts. With this poor season, Ty had blown his chance and lost his card for the next season. He would now have to fight for it back on the now Corn Ferry Tour if he wanted to get back on the main stage. After being rocked in the early rounds of his career, Ty wasn't the same young, confident kid. In his first year on the new tour, he never finished higher than Ty 48th. Now 20 years old, Ty was relegated to the mini tour circuit, where most pro golfers start out. For the next several years, Ty moved around many different tours and eventually found his first professional win. Although it wasn't one to shout about and it still wasn't enough to claim Corn Ferry Tour status. Rather than grinding through the mini tours and concentrating on them, Ty would still enter Monday qualifiers for the PGA Tour, trying to find a gateway back to where he thought he belonged. He did however qualify for the US Open, making the cut but finishing 23 over par, earning a measly $12,000. He did manage to make it back to the now Corn Ferry Tour but missed 9 out of 10 cuts, losing it once again. After another gut-wrenching season, Ty decided to step away from competitive golf completely. He had several jobs in and out of golf. He started off as a teaching professional at a country club, something that must have been really embarrassing for him. But enough was enough, and Ty decided to leave golf completely, becoming an events manager at a restaurant. After taking some time off away from golf, Ty began traveling the world. He found himself in China, a country really focusing on golf and with plenty of opportunity. He began teaching kids and became somewhat of a mentor, talking about his career. After settling down with wife and kids, it was clear that Ty had completely gave up on his career and was now just focusing on being a good father. After residing in China for many years and his kids now older, Ty decided to move back to the US and give golf another shot. He began playing golf on the mini tour circuit again, but this time without trying to cut corners. He was in it for the long term now and wasn't going to give up. If he makes it, great. If he just makes a little bit of money on the mini tours, that's fine too. There was now no pressure. Ty isn't the first and definitely won't be the last golfer not to make it, but I do feel like he could have. If it wasn't for the incredible pressure at such a young age, and when the cards he was dealt didn't go his way, instead of trying to cut corners and try get back to the PGA Tour, he should have took his medicine, concentrated on what was in front of him, and been in it for the long haul. That first paycheck from his sponsors set him up for life. And when this happens, you either use it to your advantage and practice more, or get lazy and feel like you don't have to try as hard. Unfortunately, young Ty thought he made it before it had even started.